burned.
Usually for fair, I would usually go for side B, dash attack, F tilt, or I would kind of go for like a rising nair to like nair to fair, or like up air to back air. But it's just like I'm really bad at reading. I think you would call it DI. You know, when people like air dodge or roll or spot dodge or stuff like that, or like get up attack. It's just like I'm really bad at reading it or like timing it, I guess, because some of them last longer than others, and it's just like it always like messes me up, so I can never like get it right, if that makes sense.
So there's two things there. So DI is directional influence. That's when someone's being launched, right? So if you hit me and I'm holding in, so I'll go like straight up. If you hit me and I'm holding in, I'll go straight up. Or for like, let's say I'm holding away, I'll get sent further away from you, right? Or if I'm holding down, it'll make the angle flatter or something like that. What you're talking about more so is tech options afterwards. So if someone's gonna roll, someone's gonna roll, get up attack, miss their tech roll in, get up attack, whatever it is. So as far as reading that, it's something that you have to pay attention to, and as far as, let's say, the very first time I knock you down with something, let's say, I guess you can do it as Crom and Roy. I'm gonna do it as Falco, just because I know what I would do very easily. So what I would do, let's say, if I knock you down with anything, there's two things I'm going to take into account, right? So the first thing I'm going to take into account is what do you do when you get knocked down, and the second thing is where were you when it happened, right? Those are the two most important things to me. What did you do when you get knocked down, and where were you when it happened? So for example, let me just put some percent on you. Do some stuff like this. Okay, that should be good. So let's say, for example, if I think that if I knock you down, let's say right here, I think it would be a little higher, maybe like 80. Like right there. So if I knock you down with a forward tilt like that, what do you do and where are you? Technically right here, you're not quite in the corner, so you could roll to the corner, or you could roll in, you can do get up attack, you can do basically anything in this spot, right? But if I hit you again, and I knock you down into the corner like this, what do you do from here? There's really only two different spots to worry about. If they're in the corner or if they're not in the corner. That's basically it, right? If you're in the corner, let's say, for example, let's say you're not in the corner. Let's say I hit you like this way towards the other side. If you roll away from me, I'm going to pay attention to the fact that you rolled away, right? While you have mid-stage, right? If you're right here, let's say I knock you down right here, and you still rolled away, I would call that a rolling away habit. Because you're not paying attention to the fact that you're not going anywhere, right? If you roll right here, obviously you don't go anywhere at all. It's pointless, right? So that's what I'd be paying attention to. So to say, okay, I think that they're going to roll in or roll out or whatever, it's not really something that says, it's not based on what I just think might happen. It's based on what you've told me, right? So if you tell me, okay, you're going to roll away no matter what, I'm not going to go like this. Like, let me see. I'm not going to go forward tilt, dash, and go like this. If you're going to roll away, you're going to roll away, right? If I can try and influence you, that's the other thing too, is trying to influence somebody by using the same pattern over and over again to try and get them to do what I want them to do, right? So the pattern, let's say for you, that I'm trying to get to you to do, let's say if I want you to roll in, I'm going to squeeze your zone or pressure you to make it look like rolling away is obviously the wrong thing to do. So in that case, I go like this, and I run up to you like this, right? So you go for the cross up, right? If I just stand back here, you're not going to, or you shouldn't roll in. Because if I just go like this, to stand here, why would you roll into this? There's no point, right? So if I want something specific, then I have to try and influence you to do it, right? Let's say for example, I am running up to you and I believe that you're going to roll away, and I try to punish roll away, but you actually do roll in. And say, well, every time I try and punish roll away, he rolls in. Like, what the hell? It's like, well, he doesn't have a rolling away habit in that regard. He's rolling in because he's in the corner and he's trying to cross you up. So let's say the consistency is not there. So if I knock you down here and you roll away, it's because you have somewhere to go, right? If I knock you down here and you roll in, I'm not getting knocked off stage at this point. If you roll in right here, it's because you don't have somewhere to go, right? So what you're trying to do in that case is either trying to create space so you can go where I'm not, right? Or you're trying to cross me up to go to where the wide side of the stage is. Wide side of the stage in this regard, let me just not knock you off, hopefully. If I go like this, wide side of the stage is the right side. So technically, if you roll to the right, that's where there's more space, right? You're rolling towards me, but you're banking that I'm going to do, like, let's say forward tilt, and then I go like down smash like that, or go forward tilt into like a dash attack, or forward tilt into like a side B, something like that. You're hoping that I'm going to do something like that so you can roll behind and get in or get away from me, right? That's what you're hoping is going to happen, right? So for me, let's say, for example, this is where the pre-scripted setups come from. If I go like this and I know you're going to roll in, I'll still run towards you, but I'll jump back with you and go for like a down air, right? And it's like a back air, something like that, right? So when I do that down air, back air, that's not the first time I've done that, obviously. And I'm not doing it off of reaction either. It's like, okay, I've knocked you down in the corner, let's say at like 60 or 70%, where I'm not really trying to kill you yet. I'm just trying to get information. So when I knock you down, it's like, okay, he's going to roll in here if I chase him. So maybe you'll get away with it. Maybe you won't. But I'm going to go like this. And if you roll in, the next time I'm going to be ready for it, right? Go like this. I can go like this if I want to. I can run up and then like go like this and try and cross you up with like a side B. Then go like this into like a jump back air, something like that. Right? Or I can go for, like, probably more standard is running up to somebody, going like this, dashing back and going like this. Right? Or if you're at super high percent, like let's say like 130, 140, I can just run up and turn around and send you across the entire stage and just kill you. Right? So I know we've talked about rolling in and rolling out. The other things, of course, would be neutral get up and then get up attack. Right? Laying there and just doing nothing isn't really an option. Like, it's a way to delay your option, but to just say I'm not going to do anything ever and that's what I'm going to do, it's like, okay, well, if you're going to do that, I'm just going to kill you. Like, that's not really a thing. I'm just going to run up and down smash you or dash attack, depending on your character. But as far as get up attack or neutral get up, it's like, okay, realistically, if I want to stay as safe as possible when I get knocked into the corner, neutral get up is the best thing to do, right? More experienced players will do neutral get up in the corner rather than roll in. Okay, so if you're doing neutral get up in the corner, or let's say someone is doing neutral get up against you, when they're doing this neutral get up, they're probably going to do one of three things immediately if you rush them down. They're either going to jab or throw out like a quick attack, might be an up B, right? Or maybe like a nair. Probably not going to be nair. They're probably going to be jab or up B, or maybe like a forward tilt, right? Or they're going to shield immediately, or they're going to spot dodge immediately, right? One of three things. It'd be very surprising, like, there are other things someone could do. Like, they could do neutral get up into grab, but probably not going to do that. Because let's say if they're in the corner at like 110 and you run at them with a dash attack, even if they trade with their grab, they're going to probably die. Or at least get hit off stage and have a bad situation happening. So it's not worth doing for them. Right? So if you can say, okay, when they do neutral get up, what do they do right after neutral get up? If you're fast enough to punish their neutral get up immediately, then they can't do anything. They neutral get up, let's say you run up to them like right here, and then as soon as they do the neutral get up, you just come down with like a landing nair, right? So you come like this, you, like, let's say you pressure towards them, landing nair, F smash, and they're dead, right? As Crom, right? Or you don't actually have to do the jump. The jump would be to cover if they do a get up attack, right? You jump over, get up attack, come down with nair, F smash. You can do the same thing versus both, right? The idea with neutral get up and get up attack is that they both are in the same spot, right? They're not moving at all. It's like from here to here. That's it. So if you jump in front of them and they don't do a get up attack, the only thing that could happen that would be bad is if they get up too fast and they do have time to shield, right? That's the only thing. But if your timing is good, you can catch them no matter what, right? Also, with regards to online or offline, if you see that they don't do a get up attack, when you come down with your nair, you don't have to go for an F smash immediately because you can react to the fact that they didn't do neutral get up, which means you can do nair 1 into a grab. It's not a true combo or anything like that, but it can protect you from doing an F smash on their shield. Does that make sense? Kind of?
Yeah, makes a lot more sense.
Like, at the end of the day, the entirety of any fighting game at all is kind of an enigma where it's like, well, why would someone do what they just did? Realistically, there's no reason for anyone to do anything, right? Like, as far as like with no context, this is just to say, if someone's in the corner, they're gonna roll. That's not true, right? Because if you're someone who's like, let's say, very inexperienced, you could literally do anything. You could just get up and then up smash, right? Get up side B. Like, you see people do that all the time. They're playing like a banjo player. They literally get up and then just side B. It's like, well, why would you do that? It's like, well, why would I not do that? You know, it's a good point. There really is no reason for you to not do that as well, right? But a more experienced player would say, okay, I need to save my resources. If they make a read on my side B, they're going to dash with me. So let's say if I get knocked down on the side B, as soon as I get up, you run up like this and you run back with me and you S smash and you kill me. It's like, okay, that's why I didn't do it, right? But to say that it would never happen, it's impossible, right? Like you have any tool you want to your disposal, or at your disposal when you're getting up. As far as there's things that are logical that someone could do, and some things that literally make no sense, but it just works anyways, right? Like get up F smash. Like why would you do that? This is frame 17, and if I hit you, you get sent across the entire stage, and you might even be at 0%. So if I hit you, it does nothing, right? But someone might do that. So if you're wondering to yourself, well, when I fight someone, I have no idea what they're going to do. There's a chance that people that you're fighting against might not be super experienced. And at the end of the day, fighting them to gain experience is not going to be your best fit as far as you getting better. If it's the only people you get a chance to fight, then that's different. But if you can get better experience against other, if you get a chance to fight more experienced players more often, then that's what you want to aim for. Definitely.
Okay.
Right. So, like when I'm coaching somebody and telling them that these are main things that someone would do, it's like these are main things that someone that is good would do. Right? That's what I want. Like I guess I should preface the entire thing to say, if someone gets up into shield, spot dodge, or a quick option, that's what a good player would do. But if someone just gets up and then, I don't know, up smashes, it's like, well, sure, well played if it works, but if I just get up right here and up smash, you can read that in the future. Because let's say I always do it. If I get up smash every single time, or I get up F smash, it's like, okay, you can run in, shield, and up B at a shield, for example, right? Or you can run in, shield, and you can up smash at a shield, or you can run in, run out, and then F smash after they miss their F smash, if you know what's coming, right? One of the this is kind of like with regards to beating somebody who mashes. If someone's mashing on you, there are 19 moves in the game. As far as, unless you have a Zair. If you have a Zair, then there's 20 moves, right? So, the likelihood of them getting up and grabbing you, or grabbing you at all, is 1 in 19. If you think of it that way, right? They have all their aerials, all their grounded attacks, right? So they have their jab, tilts, smash attacks, specials, everything. They have all these things they could do that are not grab. So the likelihood of someone who's mashing to just wake up grab is incredibly low. So you run up to them and you shield. And that shit beats almost everything, right? If they So let's say they go, you run up and shield, they go for a get up attack, then they immediately up B or up smash. It's like, wow, this guy's actually, he's wild, but sure. So you shield the whole thing, then you get a grab, you get an up smash, you get whatever you want, right? So that's why sometimes, even for me, if I'm trying to play a little bit too gracefully or too tactfully against someone who just doesn't care, it's like, it doesn't work. Like I can't run up to somebody and go like this and have them stay scared and shield. So I can go like this, run in and then go for a grab like this. Like something like that just won't work, because I'll go like this, and as soon as I jump back like this, they just jump out of shield and fair immediately. They don't care. It's like, oh, he's in front of me, I gotta kill him. I just gotta get him. You know, like that's the standard for a lot of players, unfortunately, where it's like, if someone's in front of me, I gotta just hit him. Or like I'll be playing, like I'll be trying to walk around. Someone's like, oh, he's just walking. I'm just gonna dash attack. It's like, well, you know, if you miss this dash attack, you could die, right? It's like, I don't care. I'm going to dash attack because I want to, and you're right in front of me. It's like, well, all right, so I'll let you land that dash attack and believe that you can hit it over and over again. You might hit 2 or 3 dash attacks because I'm walking and trying to react online, which doesn't really work. But as soon as you go for more dash attacks because you believe that's the right thing to do, I'd literally just turn around like this and you die, right? So that's the thing. If you're a good player versus a good player, if you see someone who is walking around like this and you see the other player just not pressure them, it's like, I actually made a video about this so long ago talking about how, why doesn't walking work for me when I try and walk against my friends or against people on like quick play or whatever? It's like, when I walk, I get hit, but when top players walk, they don't get hit. And why is that? It's like, because they're fighting somebody else who gets what walking means. If I'm walking and you're a good player, it's like, wow, if I just run in and do the wrong thing, I'm going to get parried, or I'm going to get down tilted, or I'm going to get up smashed, and I'm just going to die. So I can't just run in and go for a grab because I feel like it, or go for a dash attack because I feel like it. I have to run up and shield, or run up and like jump back or do something. But a less experienced player will say, funny side B, I don't care, right? And then they get killed, right? Like if we're actually playing seriously, especially offline. Offline too, it's literally easy collapse. You go like this, Or so you walking, someone side Bs into your shield, or dash attacks you, or runs up and F smashes, or like tries to do like a down smash or something on your shield, which is incredibly unsafe. You use up smash, up B your grab or something out of shield, and they're just dead. Right?
Mm-hmm.
So I know we're getting a little off the topic of tech chasing specifically, but as far as the guy was saying, to compound the idea of knowing what someone's going to do, you want to base it more so on players that are good, right?
Okay.
And that's kind of one of the things too. If somebody's, here's the thing, when I say someone is good or bad, if someone is bad at the game, doesn't mean they're a bad person. It just means they're less experienced, right? And
Right.
you'll be able to pull out their habits a little bit easier. Like, so for me, if I see someone who's recovering on stage like this, I know that's not normal. And well, what defines normal? Well, a good player wouldn't do that, and that's the standard I'm judging by. A good player would not recover on stage like this over and over again, right? Because if you're recovering on stage like that, it's like, okay, let's go like this. Now you're dead because you lost your jump at 45, and that's what's happening now, right?
Right.
A good player would recover low and go straight to the leads like that, or they'd recover low and let's say if they have to up B, they'd do something like this, right? Or they'd side B in the case of Falco, go like this, try and get like a back air, or like try and get like an up air or something like that to get on stage. They would not just jump on stage like this and then come down like that, right? That's not. It's a standard by, I guess, the populace of players that play the entire game, but it's not a standard that you want to be a part of. If that makes sense. You want to be a part of the players that say, yeah, if I see this, that's not normal, and I can kill someone for that, right? Also, if I do this, I can get killed for this, right? So, like with the tech chasing stuff, if someone's always rolling away, it's like that's not normal. That means they have a habit, which is bad, and I'm just gonna run in dash attack or gonna run in double edge dance and just kill them. So you're gonna see a lot of shielding after landing aerials as well, right? So you've done that at least 3 or 4 times, and that's why I'm getting those grabs for free confidently as well. So when you come down with a nair or a fair, you could be coming down with nair or fair, which is totally fine, but then jabbing immediately or down tilting immediately, and I'm gonna run right into it, right? It's the fact that I know you're gonna shield based on a habit. It's like, well, the average player might do that, but if you're an experienced player and you know this is why I'm going to get grabbed, I'm going to switch up my landing option to something else that is quite fast, so it could be a jab. If I run in with a grab, I'm going to lose that exchange every single time. In which case, now I'm going to start running up and shielding, right? And if I run up and shield and you jab on my shield, now I can get a grab, right? And then if I start running up and shielding and I get grabs off of that because you're jabbing, the next part of the rotation would be for you to land after your fair or nair on shield and then go for a grab yourself, because I'm going to run up and shield, you know that you're not in any danger, right?
Right.
That's all based on what a good player would do, right? Oh, how to get off stage. There you go. It's like, yeah, right there, when I was shooting the laser, if you landed with fair and since you missed, if you shielded, then that would have been obviously not good, because I was in the middle of end lag, right? I had no choice. Same thing if you're in the corner right there. Fairly sure that you're going to shield if you land on stage, so I'm going to run in and get that grab, right? Give you a jump. Oh, I didn't have a jump.
No.
Dang, bro, you hate to see it.
Yeah.
So you didn't jump. Did you have a jump or no? I thought you did have a jump. So I thought you had your jump still.
No, I think I did. It's just like when I was like jumping, you like side beat me and I went down.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. I took your jump at that point then. Okay. I don't think I saw it.